Everyone's obsessed with big, beefy 18-volt drills out there on the internet. But we here at Nailed It thought we'd show a little love to two of the last remaining 12-volt drills on the market.
Hell no.
And run them through a series of practical and highly impractical tests to decide once and for all, should you put it in your bag or should you put it in the trash? Let's get into it. What we have for you today are two seemingly similar but also very different drills. First up, from Harbor Freight, we have the Warrior 3/8" cordless drill driver. Comes with a 1.3 amp hour battery. And it is probably one of the best-selling tools that Harbor Freight has ever made. Many a man in need has made that trip to Harbor Freight, eager to find out if the tale of a $20 drill can be true.
Please, God, let it be there.
Right by his side, we have the cordless 3/8" drill driver from Skil. It is highly controversial, and in my opinion, Skil has been known to make good tools over time, but not really great ones. But more about that controversy in a minute. Right now, let's get into the tech specs. Coming in first is the Warrior at 2.6 pounds with a 1.3 amp hour battery. It's pretty strong with a 550 RPM max, 132 inch-pounds of power, has a single-speed brush motor, a 90-day warranty, and a 4.6 rating on HarborFreight.com. Normally it's $20, but I got it for $15 today. Up next, we have the Skil, a little bit lighter at 1.9 pounds with a 2 amp hour battery, 1700 RPM max, and 350 inch-pounds of power output. It's 2 speeds, has a brushless motor, and has a 5-year limited warranty with a 4.8 rating on Lowe's.com. Normally it's $80, I got it for $59.98.
Fascinating data. Absolutely fascinating.
All right, today's test is going to be judged by these 6 categories: torque, battery life, charge time, speed, precision, ergonomics, and value. So we'll declare a clear winner in each individual category and tally it up at the end of the video with our final thoughts. Let's go. First test! First up, the torque test. We have here progressively larger 1-inch, 2-inch, and 3-inch screws, which we're going to be drilling in with both of our drills into stack 2x3 over here in the corner. If both drills manage to sink all of the screws, then we'll move on to spade bits and see how bad we can make these drills burn.
Someone on fire?
No problem. 2-inch screw. No problem. Up next, the Skil. For the purposes of this and 3-inch. Woo! That's not good. Up next, 5/8. 1-inch spade bits. All right, here we go. 5/8 spade bit. Holy shit. We did it, boys. You can see right through there. Awesome. Whoa. Bottomed out. 1. Man. All right, Warrior. Did it. Whoop. Through.
It's a tie. It's a tie.
Well, color me impressed, boys. I could not believe this Warrior could actually go through with a 1-inch spade bit. Skil did just the same. Oh Lord, we gotta clean up all this shit now.
Just do it.
All right, on to the next test. This here is the speed test. Both drills are gonna have the trigger zip tied down and ran until they virtually die. All right, here we go. Start the timer. So at nearly 11 minutes in, the Skil is slowly starting to wind down. You can just hear the hum go to a whir, and it's going very slow. It's just on the way out. It's not really that surprising because the Skil does have a bigger battery, but has a lot bigger draw, nearly 3 times the amount. And there it goes, 11:11. The Warrior reigns supreme. I cannot believe this Warrior outbeat the Skil. It's got half the size of battery, but I guess it just the power draw is just not enough. But there's one more stage of this test, charge time. Because this thing has no battery indicator, it's just a green light or a red light. So we're gonna charge these two things up and see how long it takes for them to get their full capacity back. So after approximately 33 minutes, the Skil battery was completely charged up while the Warrior took another 27 minutes to charge up, meaning this is actually a draw in the charge game. Up next is going to be our speed test. We're going to see how fast each one of these drills can put 5 holes into a piece of 3/4 inch OSB. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right, up next is Skil. Only in mode 1, guys. Let's check it out. And 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that seemed almost the same. Just for funsies, let's try it in mode 2. Much faster. All right, speed test. Just gonna edge it out to the Skil by just a hair. In speed 1, we had 9 seconds on the Skil, 10 seconds on the Warrior, which is pretty damn impressive given that this is a 2 amp hour battery and this is a 1.3.
That's pretty fancy.
Let's go to our next test, precision. Alrighty, so for the precision test, we're going to take both drills. We're going to attempt to drill a very small hole in this piece of very old steel. 16th inch bit into steel tray without making it walk around. So whoever walks the least amount and makes the best hole is going to be the winner. Well, damn, Warrior, all right, let's go. Skil. Eighth inch bit. All right. 2 pretty clean looking sets of holes. All right, and the last test up we have is ergonomics, which is completely subjective because many people that are going to be buying this drill, they're not buying it for ergonomics. They're buying it to put in their garage and use it once or twice a year to put up a picture or hang some drapes. But that being said, it does feel good in the hand. It has a great grip for me. Trigger feedback is fine. The overall build quality is dog shit. I mean, it's $20, guys. It's $15 on sale. This thing is the cheapest drill you can get. I will say that all the plastic on here is very hard plastic. Think of it like the door panel of a Chevy Lumina, right? It's all just very slick, and I think if you're working in an environment where you had any oils or grease on your hands, it could give you a little bit of trouble. I also don't like the front push to release battery thing, but that's just a totally subjective thing to me. The Skil has the same thing. I'm a Milwaukee man, so I like the 2-pinch pull. But you know, aside from that, it does have a little light, not a great light, but the feedback is fine. I think I could pound a lot of screws with this thing and be just fine. Yeah, that's it. The Skil, in my opinion, it already wins right out the gate because it has a clip. If I'm walking around outside, I'm gonna be putting this on my belt loop in. The fact that this doesn't have one means I have to put it in my pocket, which sucks. So clip is huge. It's got a little retention piece for the drill bit. It has nicer, softer plastics, especially around the where it counts, around the trigger and on the grip. So the one drawback I will say about this thing is the clutch. The clutch, you know, some guys like to adjust the clutch from the top. Some guys like to do it from the bottom as they're working. If you're a bottom clutch pull guy, you're not gonna like this because you see this piece here right above the trigger? You got a piece of red plastic. It's kind of impressing upon where you would normally grab it on the bottom, making it a little more difficult to pull. Other drills, You don't have that here, see? You got a lot more space where you can grab and adjust. This one, you kind of have to do it from the top, and it's a weird angle for me. So I don't care for that, but that's all personal preference. Clearly, ergonomics, not even a competition. Skil wins every day. All right. So last up, value. This Skil retail price was $79.99. I got it for $59 on a deal, but this Warrior was only $14.99 on sale. Regular price was $19.99 with a battery, with a charger. So value for the money, it's really hard to beat this drill. I mean, if you're gonna go into the trades and you need something a little more robust, yeah, you're gonna have to get this because you're gonna outgrow this. You're gonna outgrow this thing quick and it's not gonna last as long. And you might break it, but you can obviously break like 4 or 5 of these before the Skil, you know, doesn't pay for itself. As much as it pains me, guys, I just have to give the Warrior the edge in value. It just is a better value. No, I love Harbor Freight. We buy a ton of shit from there. But when it comes to power tools, their whole lineup just leaves a lot to be desired. And desire is really not a word I think of when I describe a Warrior drill. You know what I mean? What would I rather have in my toolbox? And it's very clearly the Skil. Just the ergonomics, the clip, the battery, the fact that you can charge, that doesn't really bother me. In fact, I think it's kind of an advantage. I wouldn't use this as my primary drill, but it could be a great secondary or something just to do light tasks, you know? I've never actually owned or purchased a Skil tool. This little guy's all right. I'm gonna keep this thing and use it. Clear winner in my book. Skil for the win. And remember, every time someone doesn't subscribe, a Harbor Freight tool cries itself to sleep.
Remember, every time someone doesn't subscribe, another Harbor Freight tool cries itself to sleep.